We're taking you on a journey through time across Germany, showing you where to experience German and European history up close. We'll share which historical buildings and museums are must-sees and learn about historical figures that shaped the cities they lived in. Here's our bucket list, and it's not just for history fans. We start in Aachen, a major political centre around 1,200 years ago during the Middle Ages. The city's main architectural icon is the Aachen Cathedral, one of the oldest and most beautiful buildings in Germany. It was consecrated in 803 and built under the patronage of Emperor Charlemagne. He ruled over a vast empire from which France and Germany partly trace their roots. Aachen was his favourite city. The town hall dates back to that era. Inside the cathedral you can see his throne, which seems fairly modest by today's standards, yet no expense was spared on the gold used for Charlemagne's tomb. The next stop on our journey through time is the historic city of Weimar. Around 1800 it was Germany's intellectual heart, thanks in large part to two literary figures, Johann Wolfgang von Goethe and Friedrich Schiller. Their work helped define the Enlightenment spirit of the age. Be sure to explore their homes. They capture the look and feel of their era. And don't miss the Duchess Anna Amalia Library, one of the first public libraries in Germany. Yet Weimar is also linked to one of the darkest chapters in German history. The Nazis built the Buchenwald concentration camp just outside the city. Tens of thousands of people died there from inhumane conditions or were systematically murdered. Next up, another important place in history, Wittenberg, the cradle of the Reformation. In 1517, the theologian Martin Luther is said to have nailed his 95 theses to the door of the castle church. What began as a critique of church practices grew into a powerful movement. The Reformation spread across Europe, challenging the rigid structures of the Middle Ages. In Wittenberg you can visit the homes of Martin Luther and some of his cohorts, like the painter Lucas Cranach the Elder. Cranach helped print and distribute Luther's writings, spreading his ideas to the public. And of course a must-see is the castle church, where Martin Luther is buried. If you like royal splendour, then you must visit Potsdam, one of the former residences of the Prussian kings. There are 17 palaces here, including parks and gardens. The elegant summer palace Sans Souci was a favourite of Frederick the Great, who liked to play music and hold philosophical discussions here. Cecilienhof Palace also made it into the history books. It was here that the Allies met in 1945 for the Potsdam Conference, where they decided how to divide Germany. Now we head to northern Germany, to the historic seafaring city of Lübeck. Its landmark is the 15th century Holstentor Gate, one of the finest examples of brick Gothic architecture that's typical of this region. Lübeck City Hall is another impressive example. These buildings reflect the wealth of the city's merchants. In the Middle Ages, Lübeck was a leading member of the Hanseatic League, a powerful trading network across the North and Baltic Seas. You can learn more about it at the Hanseatic Museum in Lübeck. Our next stop is Nuremberg, a political power centre in the Middle Ages, and later one of Adolf Hitler's favourite cities. In the past, German emperors held their Reichstag sessions here, and Hitler sought to capitalise on that historical prestige. He used Nuremberg as the backdrop for his Reich Party congresses, massive days-long propaganda events. Gigantic parade grounds and huge buildings were constructed especially for these gatherings. You can still see remnants of them today. In Nuremberg, the Nazis were also held accountable for their crimes at the Nuremberg trials. You can visit the courtroom where the trials took place, as well as the accompanying exhibition, which provides plenty of information about this landmark international tribunal. We continue our journey to the ancient royal city of Quedlinburg. The castle and the collegiate church have dominated the skyline for over 1,000 years. It was here in 919 that Henry I was crowned king. He later became one of the most powerful rulers in the Christian West. The church, with its distinctive round arches, is a prime example of Romanesque architecture. Don't miss the crypt, where Henry I and his wife Matilda are buried. The picturesque old town spreads out around the castle hill. What makes it truly special is its more than 2,000 half-timbered houses, some dating back over 8 centuries. Strolling here is like walking into the past. Next, we head to the Baroque city of Dresden, where the Saxon electors created an 18th century architectural gem. Its magnificent buildings include the Zwinger, the Semper Opera House, and the Royal Palace, home to unrivaled art collections. Every corner shines with classic Baroque extravagance. Dresden's Frauenkirche is also a must-see. Nearly destroyed during World War II, its remarkable reconstruction now stands as a powerful symbol of hope and reconciliation. Heidelberg has long been a magnet for romantics from around the world. Nestled along the scenic Neckar River, with its historic old town and dramatic castle ruins, the city exudes plenty of charm. The castle, once the residence of the Palatinate electors, was heavily damaged during a 17th century war of succession and only partially rebuilt. Luckily, the 19th century romantics adored ruins and turned the war-torn relic into a tourist magnet. Fun fact, Germany's oldest university was founded right here in Heidelberg in 1386. A must-see is the old student prison, which is a one-of-a-kind in Germany. Students once slept off their revelry here, left behind artistic inscriptions, and even threw parties behind bars. Anyone intrigued by Germany's divided past must visit Berlin. The city is dotted with reminders of the Berlin Wall, which split it for nearly 3 decades. These days, the former Checkpoint Charlie border crossing is a popular photo spot. Back in 1961, American and Soviet tanks faced off here, bringing the world to the brink of World War III. At the Berlin Wall Memorial on Bernauer Straße, you can see just how heavily guarded and seemingly impenetrable the border fortifications were. Many people died trying to escape from East to West Berlin in pursuit of freedom. Then came the peaceful revolution of 1989. The wall fell and the city erupted in celebration. Artists from around the world flocked to Berlin to paint the wall. And today the East Side Gallery is a vibrant testament to both Germany's division and its reunification. Of course, this is just a small selection of Germany's fascinating historical sites. Which ones have you visited and which are on your bucket list? Let us know in the comments.